Okay, so we're now going to start looking at arrays. An array is a group of data of a similar type. So I could store 10 test scores underneath one variable name and be able to access them all to find out what students got in a test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare an array by typing the data type it's going to be and then using square brackets to tell Java that it's going to be an array. I give my variable an identifier name, so I'm going to call it test scores. I'm going to say it equals a new int array and it's going to be of size 10. So this means we have 10 test scores that we can store. Now to assign values to each of those positions of the array, I'm going to call the array and then I'm going to tell it what index I'm going to store the data in. So the first person got 100. Now in Java, if you declare an array of size 10, the index numbers will go from 0 to 9. So if you started from 1, that means you're missing out on 1. And also if you put test scores 10 in, it will give you an array out of bounds error when you try to run. So I'm going to declare some test scores and I'm just going to copy that, and so two. I'm just going to do this really quickly. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to say that they got different test scores. So 34, 20, 10, 19. You can just add whatever you like to these. And okay, so I have an array called test scores, and at each different position of the array, I have different data being stored. Now, if I want to loop through that so I can print them all out, there's a couple of ways I can do it. So first of all, I'm going to show you the slightly longer way, but the more traditional way. So I'm going to use a for loop, and I'm going to say int I equals 0. And so I is going to take the position of the index. So it's going to start at 0, and I want it to run for the length of this array. So I'm going to say while I is less than test scores dot length, and that will give me the length of my array, and then I++ to iterate I every time. Okay, so this will loop through my test scores, and now I just need to print them out. So systemout.print line, and I'm going to say student I got, and then this is where I call my index position within the array. So every time I will increment. So on the first run through, it will be test score 0. So it will go test score 0 and print 100, and then keep going through all the way to 9. So if I run that, here we go, student 0 got 100, student 1 got 200, and it goes all the way through. Okay, right, have a go at declaring an array of test scores and looping through them.